I'd like to read a few poems tonight. Sorry, I just had this moment. Here it is. This is a poem by Ray and Young Bear. It's called The First Dimension of Skunk. It is the middle of October, and frosted leaves continue to introduce their descent as season and self-commentary. On the ground, yellow-jacket bees burrow themselves into the windfall apples. On the house, the empty-bodied shells of locusts begin to rattle with the plastic window covering torn loose the night previous in the first sudden gusts. South of the highway bridge, two extinct otters are seen by Salomon's father while setting traps. Mates swimming streamlined and playing games along the Iowa River. In the midst of change, all it takes is one anachronism, one otter whistle. For us, it began with a healthy-looking salamander who stopped our car. So last night we stood in the cold moonlight waiting for the black coyote. No animal darted from tree to tree encircling us. There was a time in an orange grove next to the San Gabriel Mountains when I was surrounded by nervous coyotes who were aware of the differences between thunder and an earth tremor. Celine motioned for me to stand still, and the moonlit foothills of Claremont disappeared. An owl began to laugh. I remained quiet and obliged her just not to make for fear we might accidentally trigger the supernatural deity it possesses. To break this barrier and once again find ourselves observing a ball of fire rise from an abandoned garden, which separates into four fireflies who appear like four different distant jets coming into formation, momentarily before changing into one intense strobe light pulsating inside an apple tree, impervious to hollow bullets, emissions of poverty, and car lights. We stood without response, and other thoughts. From the overwhelming sound of vehicles and farm machinery, together with putrid odor of a beef slaughterhouse, such anticipation seemed inappropriate. Whoever constructed the two railroad tracks and highways through Indian land must have planned and known that we would be reminded daily what is certainty. In my dream, the metal bridge plays an essential part and subsequent end of what was intended to I would speak to the heavy glass jar, telling it the paper bullet was useless underwater. 3 days ago, in the teeth of Curly and Girl, a skunk was held firmly and shook until lifeless. The first evening we hear its final death call. At the same hour, the second night, we hear it again. The third night, the sound is more brave and deliberate. It waits to blend with the horn of oncoming northwestern, forcing us to step backward, taking random shots at objects crashing. We have a theory that destiny is intercepted, that the executioner ran elsewhere for a peace night. We also think the skunk's companion returned on these nights to mourn a loved one. But all had to be deleted, leaving us more confused. Yesterday, we examined the dead skunk and were surprised to find it 3 times less the size I first saw it with Mr. D. My parents offered an explanation. Parrots are on their migratory route. With our surroundings at someone else's disposal, all we have are the embers and sparks from our wood stove and chimney, the fragrance to thwart the supernatural. My second solution for the evening is a poem by Gladys Cardiff. It is called Candelaria and the Sea Turtle. The god approach dissolves in air. William. This is a story John would understand about secretly ordered events. When time and space are free in a surreal accident, a lady in distress, a creature from the depths, a dream, all play their parts as I am playing mine in the telling. The story begins. The fairy Aloha leaving leaving Zamboanga del Norte, head south along the Sulu. From here on the broken horizon, she is a blow dart pointing to cutting through the broad swells of the Sulu Sea, her weight rubbing out like a being June, the equatorial sun leans a great weight, and Candelaria, dressed in loose cotton, rests salty arms on the railing and lifts her face to the sweltering south wind. The captain too looks skyward as a cloud slides over the sun, erasing the colors from the sea. He steers unaware toward the irrevocable shadow rising in the water. A reef or log, something as sure as the splintering hull and the squeal of propellers yanked from their mother and holy mother of God. Candelaria is flying and falling, and Virgilio sitting in Passonant's park, with his homemade cage between his feet, waiting with Jeff until time for the fight, not knowing, and the cold becoming less as she rises to the surface, her sandals bobbing along beside her. Chelonia Midas, the green turtle, speaks. More years than are numbered ago, I forsook the land when the flood and full moon calm on me. Only then a drudging impulse drives me toward the jagged horizon of marina trees and coconut palms, to cross the rock below the sand. Then my shell is my prison. The gulls flock around me, terns and frigate birds squabble in the rivers of my. I am the opposite black planet to the sun. My underside is light, so that the shark, looking up, thinks he sees the sun or moon through the water. I was caught once while sleeping under a coral. He cut a harbor in my shell. When I lived on land, my shell was broken in many pieces. I threw myself into a river and sewed myself up. But I've lost the track. Wrasse of sargassum, bring me food and rest. The golden sea snake weaves like a ripple of sun. She is riding on my back. I am an island for her, and feel no need to escape. I am content to float here. When I lived on land, time was separated into happenings. Here, all is the same to me. The circle of night and day, the current spiral. I am a living calendar of endurance. The dream. I am afraid of this gift. We are one shadow, cast adrift on a living mirror. A gold mirror, a blue mirror, a mirror of expectation. My foot against the jagged edge of shell fits like a tongue on a broken tube. There is no pain, only the steady heartbeat and great thrust of its body. As we move, I hear the sound of cocoa grass. Mm. Last night, did we fly through water or swim through? Whose dream did I enter riding on four slow moons? Goons. I cannot separate what is real from what is real. Liquid fires flared in our wake. Waking into dream, we saw Zambo and fishing villages on stilts, bowed like exposed ribs along the southern coast. We hovered above a woman with a notebook as she cooked her dinner in a can. We became the buzz of flies in a dank field where carabao tilted like abandoned cars. Each with one flat tire were sleeping. Cebu, Leyte, Samo, moments of menace and mercy. Absences fast and redolent with dirt diesel, ripening fruit unknown before us. We circled the blood-stained rubble of interim, the admonishing spires of St. Augustine, palaces bursting, fireworks lighted, fountains. We saw men gathering in the hills, their shirts bulging with knives and guns. We swam the Holden from Mindanao to Luzon, and I knew it was possible to read them like rocks spilled from a bag for their prophecy. There is no there there is rain like breath on a mirror. And I am me again, drinking the tears of this turtle from eyes as big as teacups. I press my cheek against the humid scent of barnacles. Motes dance before my eyes. The priest, my mother, even Virgilio, could not believe a journey such as this. The captain speaks. Lieutenant Cesario F. Manna here of the vessel Calantia. I would not have believed it if I had merely heard it. She was clinging to what appeared to be a huge oil drum. When we threw her the lift ring, the drum sank. We started hauling her up. Then it rose again, and we realized it was a giant sea turtle. The creature even circled twice before disappearing into the depths of the sea, as if to reassure itself. Mrs. Villanueva herself kept quiet on the episode, giving some the impression she did not believe it ever happened. And though the god approached, dissolves in air, he knows not change. Time is our synchrony. Is it not a matter for wonder to know that somewhere in the great confluence a spirit This is a poem by William Owen Homo. For many distant travelers, the way to Oklahoma is merely Interstate 40, a four-lane sear of asphalt stitched in between wire fences and telephone lines, running like a star across the flesh of an ancient landscape. They almost never know the old way south by north, where you can fly today from a uranium strip mine to the sacred sky city standing on tall white rock mesa. Corn and rituals predate the Christian mission there, like a breathing shrine. And the way to Oklahoma for many is a place for curious pottery or a refreshment stop. Those who still travel for directions, the way to Oklahoma is always the way.